Optimus will be crushed under our stabilizing servos! All hail the magnificent, glorious leader!
Are you talking to yourself, Lagnat? It's okay, I do it all the time!
Decepticons. After 10 stellar cycles of humiliation, we will rise up once more. The Autobots imprisoned us in the dirty cells and cages of our very own hometown of Kaon, finding sick entertainment in the irony. Now they are discovering a new form of irony, as it is from the very same cells and cages that we now start a revolution. We will not be broken by some mere Autobots. We will not be treated as scoundrels. We are the Decepticons, the true leaders of Cybertron.
A group of captured Decepticons smuggled an explosive into Trypticon prison and freed Megatron. The Decepticons now have complete control of the building.
So why'd you come to me?
Believe me, you weren't my first choice. However, my servos are pressed.
By the Council?
By Megatron. 10 Earth minutes ago, Megatron tapped into the communication network and made this demand. Agent Cliffjumper, play back the audio.
Yes, sir.
The Decepticons have reactivated the weapon systems of Trypticon. We are fully equipped to fire the full array of our arsenal at the Autobot capital of Icon if you do not comply with our demand. Bring us the Autobot Optimus Prime. Achieve this, and we will coexist peacefully for the time being.
You left the weapons of Trypticon intact?
No, of course I didn't. I personally oversaw their deactivation. I call a bluff.
But Sentinel Magnus, the Decepticons surely know the activation codes.
I'll believe it when I see it. But they won't be firing on us, because we'll be giving them what they desire.
I will meet Megatron on one condition. I need my team.
That's not an option, Optimus.
Well then, I guess you'll just have to risk losing Icon.
You don't have any rights here!
You have just held me and my team prisoner in the stockades for over a decade. You made us abandon our family on Earth and leave that planet vulnerable. I do not owe you or Cybertron anything. The only way I'll help you is if you release Team Prime. Otherwise, you might as well put me back in my cell.
Officer Strongarm, oversee the additional release of Optimus Prime's affiliates. But you must understand the urgency of this situation. There isn't time for you to see them. We need to act immediately.
Fine, let's go.
For some reason, I do get the feeling that you are not liking this Optimus of Prime.
It's his arrogance, Jetfire. I mean, Team Prime? Naming his team after himself and valuing them more than Cybertron? What kind of a selfish jerk does that?
Sentinel Magnus, I finished this poster that you so urgently requested.
I never requested this.
Why?
I'm just following orders.
What? Back to crush more of my dreams?
Ratchet?
You're crushing me, kid. Get off. Jazz?
Why do you think they let us out? Do you think they let the others free too?
Look a click to the left and I think you'll find your answer.
Bumblebee?
Bulkhead!
Good to see ya.
What do you think's shaking? It sure ain't a coincidence that we were all freed at once.
Megatron is escaping and demanded Optimus Prime in return. However, he'd only go if you four were released.
Megatron's escaped? How?
That's confidential. Now get out of here, and try not to come back.
So, what are we gonna do now?
I'm going back to Earth.
Have you blown a diode, kid? That's what got us imprisoned in the first place.
You stand accused of violating Cybertronian law regarding interplanetary travel. This is not Ultra Magnus's Cybertron anymore. This is my Cybertron. And treason will not be tolerated.
SP, you're treating us like Decepticons.
That's SM. And that's Sentinel Magnus. And I'm not convinced that you aren't aligned with the Decepticons. Does anyone else find it suspicious that Optimus is blue and red? The two colors that make purple? The Decepticon color?
Congratulations, Sentinel. You know your colors.
That's kinda surprising, considering that you reduce science education and arts to 0.76% of Cybertron's entire planetary budget.
May I remind you that...
No, please don't.
Autobots, this behavior will not be tolerated in the Supreme Court. Although it pains me, since Ultra Magnus' passing, Sentinel is now in command. Optimus Prime, before Sentinel pronounces judgment, do you have any final statement?
No, Alpha Trion.
Very well. It is the reluctant decision of the Council that you are to be imprisoned in the Cybertronian stockades for the next 50 stellar cycles. I'm sorry, I truly am.
I don't care. Either I'm going back to prison, or I'm going back to Earth. I just don't want to be here.
I'm with Bumblebee, Ratchet. There's nothing for me here.
I need to get back to the Cyber Ninja Dojo. I've lost touch with the Allspark.
But Cybertron or Optimus might be in danger. We need to travel to Kaon to help him. There are more important matters.
What good are we going to do? We're 4 bots against an army. You can come with us if you want, Docbot.
And you're welcome to crash at Yokotron's anytime you want.
Just go visit RC or something, Ratchet.
Well, I can't go alone.
What is the problem here?
Please, no more fighting. I want to rest.
No more fighting? We're at war! Just because you're a bigger bot than us doesn't give you the right to betray Cybertron. Now go to Kaon and be ready to follow orders.
Yes, sir.
Starscream?
Oh, of course we're not Starscream. We're not even worthy to equate to the greatness of Starscream. I don't know what he's talking about. We're the original Starscreams, both of us.
2 of Starscream's clones, still online.
I humbly request that you free me, wise leader, and I can accompany you in furthering your glorious cause. What? I don't even want to escape.
Do not worry, my fellow Decepticons. Soon enough, we will all have the freedom we deserve, and a planet to call our own.
Lord Megatron!
Get off.
Oh, my great and wise master, tell me! What is the next step in your superior plan?
You will see, Lugnut. I've had plenty of time to process what course of action I'd take if a pleasant surprise such as this were to occur. Blitzwing, be on alert. Have the weapon systems ready for any surprise attack that the Autobots' bumbling new Magnus might have in store for us.
As you command, the Megatron.
Those Autobot fools will not see it coming! Because we're going to whip out their optics!
Megatron, an Autotrooper transport is inbound, and it appears to have Optimus Prime on board.
What do you want, Megatron?
I'll tell you when there's a little less company. Come inside.
Omega Supreme! Now!
We had a deal, and yet the Autobots came out the deceivers, not the Decepticons. You will pay for this treachery. Excellent reflexes, Blitzwing. Now, fire on Iacon.
Autobots, you're fired!
Activate the shield! Jetfire! Jetstorm! Commence Theta Protocol!
But sir, that is against—
That's an order! I want the cannon ready to fire when I arrive. Citizens of Iacon, stay calm. This is your noble Magnus speaking. And I will have you know that I have deployed Omega Supreme and Cybertron's finest to combat this attack. There is no need to panic.
Well, what brought you around?
We're not going to let Prime die without seeing him again.
And I can't just stand around to watch this happen. It ain't right.
Well then, let's go to Kaon.
It's Jetfire and Jetstorm.
Wait a minute. Sentinel couldn't possibly be ordering them two.
Convert all the non-essential Energon to Fortress Maximus.
What are you talking about?
Sentinel's gonna try and fire Fortress Maximus's cannon at Kaon. You and Bulkhead go to Prime. Jazz and I will stop Sentinel.
Oh, great. The place we're heading to might get completely blown up.
Here's what I want. To leave this planet. And so do you, I presume. That's why you're here. Because you have been held prisoner in the same humiliating position as I have for the last 10 stellar cycles. You're the only bot who might help me.
Unlikely. Besides, I'd have no way of finding you a ship.
Oh, you misunderstand. I do not need a ship. We are already in one. It is one of Kaon's many secrets. During the height of the Great War, the underside of the city was equipped with a large-scale transwarp drive, reverse-engineered from stolen Autobot technology, capable of teleporting the entire city to the edges of the galaxy in case a Decepticon evacuation became necessary. Unfortunately, Autobot forces stormed Kaon by surprise, and this evacuation plan never came to fruition. To get that working now would be quite beneficial. What I need from you is a mere plasma dynamic thruster, due to the one currently installed having depleted with age.
So basically, you're asking me to free up your entire army so you can wreak havoc across the galaxy?
And leave Cybertron alone. You Autobots have proven that you control this world. All we wish is to find somewhere else to call home. As do you. We could take you to Earth and never harm you again, Optimus Prime.
I'm not buying into this, Megatron.
Well then, we'll just throw you back out. But you must realize that you'll be tossed right back in the stockades to rust once this whole ordeal is over. and you'll never again see your friend. Sorry, Sumdak.
Jazz? Metabot? You don't have the authority to be here!
You know, Sentinel, it's times like this where I don't give a scrap about your authority.
Have you lost your mind? You are not firing Fortress Maximus at a section of Cybertron!
I think you're mistaken. I clearly am going to fire Fortress Maximus at a section of Cybertron.
You didn't learn your lesson last time. Your issue, sir, is that your solution to every problem is to blow it up.
I wish I could blow you up right
You'd
now.
head to Fortress Maximus if you were struggling to tie your stabilizing servo.
SP, if you fire that, there's no telling how many Autobot sparks will get extinguished. It's an Autobot-occupied city.
It was! Now the Decepticons have taken it back. And any Autobots are either dead or prisoners of war who possess vital intel. I'm not going to risk the safety of Cybertron for a handful of bots who are going to die anyway.
We can't let you roll with this.
I am a Magnus! You have no authority over me!
Sentinel Magnus, we are receiving a transmission from the Autotrooper outpost in Kaon. Should we pick it up?
Forget it! Fire the main cannon now!
Wait, that might be from survivors. Answer it!
Ignore it.
Answer it!
Ignore it!
I know. Let's do both. Good idea, brother. Help us!
Loyal bots you've got there.
Kaon Prison Guard, S921, holding the elite guard. The Decepticon forces are retaking the city of Kaon, one sector at a time. The civilian evacuation was unsuccessful. Many of them hide out among us. Many of them were taken. They may be captured. They may be terminated. We don't know. There are hundreds upon hundreds of escaped Decepticons. We don't stand a chance. We are outmanned and outgunned. Where is our backup? Wait!
Fire the cannon!
No!
That's right. All of your weapons were deactivated when you were taken into custody. Now.
My liege, these two Autobots have shown up outside the building. My old academy mates.
Bumblebee? Bulkhead?
Bossbot, Sentinel's about to fire Fortress Maximus and blow up Kaon.
Well, you'd better hurry up with your decision, Autobot, lest Sentinel extinguish the sparks of countless Autobot survivors.
Bulkhead? Where would I find a cosmodynamic thruster?
Darkbot, when you need to nab a plasma dynamic thruster from the Space Bridge Nexus and bring it to Triptychon.
And why in tarnation would I do that?
'Cause Prime ordered it.
Prime!
How rude of me. Perhaps you would like the honor of achieving your freedom?
The Transwarp energy is on its way, my liege.
Excellent. Input the coordinates.
Where's the Grand Decepticon Empire heading to, my liege?
It will follow Kaon to our new base of operations. On Earth.
No!
What have I done?